And then where can we like share our chat? Oh. All right, it says that it's shared now. That's what it says. At least. Hmm. Mm. Mm. I have to make 64 singe stitches. My hands are crying. Aww. I'm sorry. That sucks. That's actually why I haven't gotten into crocheting. Gonna be honest. I have enough like things like messing with my hands, and I need to add to it. It's kind of like, ew, probably not the best. Like I need to give my hands a break instead. If that makes any sense.
Whoa.
mute it there.
200%.
Why?
Because I was trying to get your volume up.
Oh. I see. Yes.
Ready? Graham, I do have your quest ready.
I don't know if Graham is there. I will stick it closer to my mouth then. All right. What do you think? Is it feeling cool? It's looking lived in and real. Okay.
Did you update your performance yet?
I didn't. And you don't want me to check in?
Not yet.
Okie dokie. Alright, is that better? I don't know. Fun. Well, if you go into the... Oh, I don't have this. Ah. If you go into the settings here, you have like your... like, I don't know, like your, what is it called? Okay. Like going here. Okay. If you let me here. Why is putting your mic closer to you a better idea? Well, maybe put it back here. Like away from you would be a good idea, right?
Oh, okay. Hey, we got a chatter.
Hi.
So Arcane is a classic tap target MMO. We are.
All right.
We basically grew up playing EverQuest, and eventually.
Did you want me to go into like a build
So we're
if he
obviously
wants to
we're
watch
dual
on this
streaming.
side? Right now, we're just trying to get the grass in soon. So we're working on like grass movement and everything like that. So when people walk through or you know, fall over or whatever, we're trying to get that in. But we do have a lot of the combat already working. Okay, well, if I do, then my mic is acting weird, or his mic is acting weird. But yeah, so I do have like already a style for what I'm planning to do. We do have like a lot of I have a lot of experience in that. I've kind of been training as an art director, and I actually did a couple of all of that for Epic Games there too. So I do have a background in it, but I really prefer UX. I really care about the player's experience and how they feel when they're playing the game. Oh, you're gonna die. I don't have a stun. Yeah, I don't have a stun for you. Yeah, finally have a stun for you. Go hit X. Anyways, yeah, so we do have like a style that we're planning to do. I still want to live in the Tolkien world. That's just my vibe. I love that world so much, and so that is something that I do plan to stay with. But I do want to still have a bit of that stylization and kind of like going back to, I feel like stylization is just always has a classic feel to it, where I feel like realism, I could do what every other game is kind of doing and taking Quixel and just using all of those insanely rendered assets, but I kind of don't really want to do that. That's not like my goal, at least. I prefer to go towards a more stylized approach, and I feel like if we worry more about the game itself first, where a lot of games don't really do that as much, like it is a very big focus that art is usually first in the current development process, and I feel that games haven't changed a lot in 30 years. It's barely like 5% or 3% of the game that's changed. It's mainly just reskinned. So I really want to try and focus on actually changing this feeling and connectivity that players get when they get really hooked into a game. And I want to make sure that it's not, pay to win. I want to make sure that those little aspects of what I had back in EQ and in World of Warcraft, but in a more modernized approach. Yeah, we spent like over 5 years building them. Just FYI for us, we also did just spend a year teaching an entire course. Because of our tech, we did get hired by Epic Games themselves, and we were asked to teach an entire curriculum with Coursera, and it's like a creditable course. And so there's a lot of students on there that really liked our course and kind of what we taught them. We kind of showed them how to build 6 different types of game prototypes for their portfolios. And we kind of, obviously have more experience than that we actually share, because it is supposed to be like teaching them how to make games in Unreal Engine. But still at like a pretty high level. You do have to, it is definitely looked upon as like college level stuff. And it is a credible course. So, companies really like to get that. Where did you go?
I just.
Okay. I was like, I don't even think we're in the team. I don't even think you invited me. You didn't even invite me. Anywho, I didn't. Anywho, We did teach a course for like pretty much a year. It was an insanely, it's over, let's just say 100 videos, over like 26 hours of content, and like at least physical content. And on top of it, it's actually, I think close to like 51 hours of student content. It's pretty crazy. It's big. Like over 12,000 lines of code. I don't know. Any hoots.
Script lines.
Yeah. Any hoot. Just wow, I hate that noise. It's so loud. I know it's like a standard that we have, but I gotta fix that. It's just like yeah, other than that, I mean, that's pretty much been our goal, is to make a really engaging game, but also I want it to be hardcore. I still want it to be hard mode, but I also feel like I'm not sure if I'm wanting one death or that death penalty is just like hurts a lot, because that's one thing that EverQuest did, is it hurt a lot when you died. You did not like to die. People went out of their way to not be like a Leroy Jenkins moment just because the penalty of death was too severe. But I don't want it to also be a job. So games shouldn't be a job.
You do. Spend 2 months leveling to 60 and then you die and all that. Like that's the problem.
Yeah.
Balance that. It's tough, but even only things. Having burnout.
Well,
They're having people problems having people actually stick.
Big thing there is just the fact that that game wasn't meant to be that way. It wasn't built that way. So, you know, you were meant to die a ton. That's why they gave you ghost form when you went back to your corpse, is to, because they all played EverQuest. That's where they came from. People that started making that game. So they wanted a less penalty oriented game, and they're like, hey, we should just take this out altogether, when in reality it kind of should just be like a bit in the middle, if you may. It should be hurtful to where people remember, and you're teaching players to be good at what they're doing. It's kind of like darker on darker, is just teaching them to care about their life, but there shouldn't be this like insane penalty, because that doesn't really calculate for being a good player. And what I mean by that is, you can't like call yourself a bad player because, I don't know, maybe you lagged and all of a sudden you just had like monsters pop on top of you and you're dead. It's kind of like a Diablo moment, right? Like, you can't call a crap situation that was not your fault. It's funny, obviously, to watch. Clearly, it's comical to watch, but it doesn't really show. It doesn't really show if you're a good player or not. It just shows that really sucked and that didn't feel so great. So we kind of want a more moment that is more about being an overall good player, than actually caring about if you die accidentally.
Classic hardcore really showing the environmental awareness a little bit less.
Back up. My suggestion is to back up. My stun is down for 5. Yeah, I could have gone the cleric if you really wanted to. But I like the enchanter, it's my favorite.
That's the one big thing that I love.
There's also aggro. Sorry, there is also like aggro rating that we're utilizing here. So you notice when I actually pull this, how this right here, now he just like basically took it away from me. So that's a meter that will be in the case. So if I mez this tends to like really hate me. So if I get ads and I start to mez things, I'm gonna have a percentage. I'll probably like take a couple monsters over here. Let me go take a couple monsters over here without you dying. I do have it stunned. But let's see. Let's go over here for a second. And I'll show you like when I have multiple monsters on my screen, you'll see like a hate meter. And it's basically aggro focus. So if I have this 1 meter here for this mage, but I go up here and I'm gonna mesmerize this one, you'll see the meters high. And you'll see once this gets mezzed again, my meter is gonna go up in percentage. And it's gonna tell me how much I'm actually, it does not like me. And so he has to use actual abilities to be able to take that aggro off me. Now, obviously, I can use my memory wipe, but you'll see how it like ups on that percent there. So now it's still on me. It's 88%, 62. And if I memory wipe it, because I'm an enchanter, I have that ability. See, now he finally took it away from me. But when I stunned, it didn't like me. Or like if I was a healer, for an example, that would go up as well. And so that's kind of like also the idea of is instead of being a rogue and like, for example, for WoW, where you can just go like ham on a monster, it's kind of like there's no chance at all. Oh, it says ad is in progress. I just realized that. I don't even know how to use those things. But they help our stream. Especially our server costs. But yeah. I guess it's on your side. But maybe he can hear.
Yeah.
Maybe he's in there.
So we're really trying to.
Or they are in there. Smells.
Like the aggro system. As you attack as DPS, you do have to watch it.
Yeah. I'm gonna memory wipe this.
Instead of just or like the opposite. Trying to fight. Me, I wanted full off. Grab.
Sit, tank.
Sit. I want to sit.
Sit.
I want to pull.
Sit. I am not a cleric.
I also really want mod.
But yeah, we mainly look at it as we've spent over 5 years building these tools, and that's why our game is like very functional. We made sure like designer tools are actually a thing, and we got 2 awards for those, and we also did it just because we care about the community in general as developers. So we wanted to share that, and we thought with our students asking us questions as well, it's a great place to be able to also document an open development process that normally would be hidden in the dark, especially in MMO. MMOs are very held in the dark. Data, for one, really shows that, just because a lot of times, like right now, we have like where our servers can, at least we've tested, we haven't gotten to go any further than that, but we've put up to about 50 people, but we haven't gotten to stress test it more. And we really want to stress test it to be able to show other developers like, hey, like this is what you can do, and this is what the server costs are sitting at, and this is what, you know, options you guys have. Like there's so many people that we have heard 1,000 times saying, I really want to build an MMO. I really want to build an MMO. And I don't blame them. It's what we've been working on as well, to try to make sure we can do it as well. But we thought it'd be really awesome to be able to like share that knowledge. Okay, I'm not sure we can handle this, but we can try. Once you're I think we can, but you have to kite them.
It's a lot of ones.
Okay, there should be a 3 in there. No, there's level 2. There's only 2 level 2s and 3 1s. So I guess I will mez the 2 front mages. So maybe pull that back warrior. There's only 1 warrior, and there's 2 archers and 2 mages. So why don't I? Yes. The mage, the level 1 mage underneath the little tank. I will not remez him. There he goes. I'm gonna move him back. Good job. I'm gonna mez these 2. Your next one is gonna be the mage that is level 2. That's on the right hand side, closer towards you. I'm sending my pet to him. I'm trying to reduce that aggro. These are mezzed. I also really want like actual crowd control classes to come back. Like I freaking love crowd control. Go for the archer.
Yeah, I think there's a huge opportunity for more classes just that. A lot of times, more classes are buffers or debuffers. It's boring because you don't have scepters to treat people. And I give you a buff because you're wrong. The buffer.
Teach. They weren't really incredibly useful. They were, but they weren't in a group. Like, it was better to have an enchanter. Yeah, it's like
We had debuffs to slow them.
now for me, I had a lot of I was like really high end in rating, and I mean like 5th top cleric in the world kind of high end, but in raids in general, shamans were just buff bots. They were spot healers occasionally. They mainly sat on their butts and just buffed people and sat and AFK'd. There wasn't a real use for them. We would take enchanters 50 times more. Even a bard could technically fill their spot. So it's one of those mentalities of, we want to make sure that classes feel actually useful and not just I don't know, a side piece. So we do want classes to feel a uniqueness about them, which is good. TPD, what actual games do you play right now? Warrior. I already have shoulders. Yeah. You grab the 6 when you're done. Healing up. Let's see. I can't wait to put all those grasses and stuff in here. It's gonna feel really cool. Looking forward to it. I'm still working on the terrain, but yeah, it'll feel really nice.
You want to go back to our game engine and start doing that work?
Yeah, sure.
I guess a pretty good rundown.
Huh. I can quit out. I already quit out. I'm gonna go back to the project. Back to work. Let's see.
Next step.
And we still have to put more animations in all of those factors. We've actually only spent about a month to 2 months just getting things set up in here so far. But that's how like good they look even with our current thing.
Very focused on like
talking this whole time? I've been muted this whole time. Wow. Alright. I've been muted this whole time since I've been streaming for probably an hour now. Good go me. So I apologize, TDP. I've been talking for about an hour, and you probably haven't heard me. So, yeah. I forgot to check that, apparently. Yeah. I'm gonna jump back in the engine, and I have some quests to implement, I think.
That's actually why we have so much done. So, oh, there's an ad in progress right now. I guess. No, don't want to do that right now. Okay. But yeah, let's see. I'm gonna I want to finish this castle at some point. I'm not sure if you want me to check in at all.
No, you don't need to.
Okay. I just want to check in before you do that thing for me.
Yeah, when I do a build, I'll have you check in.
Yeah.
I'm just getting rid of the spawners that are popping me all over the world.
Okay. Oh, let me do landscape here.
Alright, so one of the things we are implementing is something called Prismatiscape. It's something available from a creator for Unreal.
Yes.
And they have these really cool environment interactions.
Yeah, we're actually going to be planning on doing our actual setup as well soon here. We'll see.
So this world is a kind of pre-built world from the marketplace, and gameDEVbeauty's been carving out areas, and we're just using it as a template, and she's making it, going to make it our own. And so it feels extremely unoptimized, this pre-built world, and so we've looked into different ways to make it more interesting, more optimized, and there's these really cool effects we can get with virtual texturing, and it's all it's actually all 2D workflows or 2D like program code, so it's really optimized, and so we really want to get this kind of implemented throughout the world, because I feel like the world just feels so unoptimized right now. We have pretty beefy dev computers, and we're kind of struggling a little bit at times, way more than we should be, at least.
Well, we're not like struggling. It's just like we want
like
older
FPS
computers to be fine with it.
Our stat FPS is like 30 frames, and like for polygon type world,
it's ridiculous.
That should not be the case.
Well, we haven't done any of the management for it.
So it's like all pre-came packaged. There's probably a lot of these trees and foliage that are just really, really unoptimized. So, and like even some of the grass is like not even placed properly. So,
yeah, I have to like get rid of it all.
We're working on that. And then over here, I'm also putting in quests. Yesterday, I put in
Graham quest.
So these are our quest givers. Like you see on my little notepad here, the to-do list. We have 10 different types of quests. We have the defeat quest, kill quest, loot quest, gather quest, crafting quest. 2 types of escort quest: spawn and follow. Something spawns and just follows you along. You gotta deliver them to the location. A walk and defend quest, where you actually have to follow the NPC to defend them. A defend the waves quest, where you interact with an object, and then waves of monsters kind of spawn. You gotta kill the waves. An explore quest, where you just kind of go to some place in the map. An interact quest, where you just interact with like a machinery thing. It's not loot based. And then a delivery quest. And so Graham's quest, he's basically he's working on a flight simulator game, or aircraft production what was it? Not production. What was the game genre again? You call it a factory type game, but for
No, it's like it's an airport simulator.
simulator.
So
Yeah,
it's like all the jobs that people do at airports.
And so that dealt with flight, and so we're like, okay, we'll make it about birds, flight, and so we have the burb run, and the burbs have gotten out of their cage, and we get to go collect the burbs. And so they're located in the forest. Which I'll show you here. Just gonna stealth through. But when you accept the quest, you get access to be able to pick up these burbs. Let's get burb. And so I've also set these up to spawn kind of through the forest over here. That was that quest. We had another Graham in our chat, and he was a coding background. Oh no, yeah, he did have a coding background, but he decided a crafting quest to make an epic weapon that turns out terrible. And so I have to make that a recipe to craft. And so that will be our first maybe blacksmithing recipe.
Okay, let's see.
So let's go to our quest. Just gonna do a quick copy. Did I do? No, I did not do this. Let's get all their stuff up.
Okay. Just gonna start over here.
Oh, I wonder if we're able to do. All right, next quest.
Alright. Oh, you can't hear me? I thought you could. No?
I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Yay. Okay. I think I'm gonna do. I don't think I'm gonna do that there. I am trying to find a rock that I want to use, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not sure. We'll see. I like this corner rock, but is it going to do what I want it to do? We'll see. We will see. Does not feel organic. I'm not going to use it. Just smoothing this out a little bit. I will move this selection down here. So it looks like it's like hanging off, perhaps. Let's see.
I have an idea for a brilliant weapon. You must help me build it.
Oh, okay.
Please.
What weapon?
Collect.
What weapon?
What's our mats for this? 2 ore, 2 ore, and a wood and a mushroom. There we go.
So you said wood, mushroom, and ore. Is that right?
Yeah. It's gonna be like the mushroom sport, more the mushroom sword.
What story could we go with that?
Can you find these items for me? Please?
Please. I need to find item. I don't know. I don't know what to do with those items. Wood, mushroom, and ore.
And the final
Could you
ending
make-
message will be, well then.
How about a mushroom house? Could you make a mushroom house?
That weapon did not work out as intended.
Oh, you're making the other weapon.
Yeah,
Got
the
it.
quest.
Okay.
Remember the
I thought you were asking me
2?
for a completely different quest.
Graham 2 was
I
like
was misunderstanding.
a crafting quest to make an epic weapon that turns out terrible, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like a mushroom sword.
No, I get that now. I just thought you were asking me about a completely different quest, and yes, like to make a very different quest.
All right, a crafting quest.
I get it now. My bad.
Let's take this. And
Alright, and then I'm gonna put this along here.
the mushroom sword. price of mushrooms.
See if I can place this here. Angle it some. Almost done some of this wall here, which is gonna be nice. Okay. I think I seriously find it funny what they're doing with Fang, by the way. That's still so
only
funny.
fangs.
Only Fangs. That's so funny. I thought, oh my god. It's like chaotic mess.
Yeah. It's
Complete
filled with
chaos.
drama. There's no doubt about that.
It is. It's like Bravo for Twitch. It's like Bravo for Twitch.
The tea is juicy.
Yeah, there's a lot of tea.
Alright, I got the quest item made. The recipe is made. The quest. Is there. Craft. Experience. We'll do 2,000 experience for that one.
What?
We'll do 2,000 amazing experience for that. Quest setup. Copy
Alright,
rewards.
let's see. I think I just have to finish this like area right in here, but I'm not sure if I want to touch it just yet. I do want to touch this part, but I'm not sure if I want to do this part just yet. I haven't finished what I want to put here completely yet. So I don't want to spend that time on that area when I don't know if I'm going to rocks there. Like if that's going to be like a spot I actually use or not. So we'll see. For now, I just want it to feel like ultimately like it's a space that is has like rocky walls and makes it feel more part of the terrain, more natural. And it's feeling good. And then I'll start putting some paths down a little bit and then see what I want to do with some of those spots. Actually, try to see if this would look cool right around here. Probably won't. It's like square. It's not terrible. I don't hate it. So I will say okay.
Nice.
Yeah, it's looking like pretty. It's looking pretty. I'm liking the vibe. I'm liking the vibe.
We got gram 1, Fibula hand, and gram 2. Experimental weapon. Craft 1, the mushroom sword, 0.1.1. I have an idea for a brilliant weapon. You must help me build it. Can you find these items for me, please? Oh, I didn't add the crafting thing in. So let's go to blacksmithing.
Alright, let's see. Let's grab. Let's see what this feels like over here, because it's a small area. I feel like this never works for walls, which is why I never use it. Just like fills the space with emptiness, which I don't really want. So I just have to hand build it.
Complete this now.
I know rocks aren't fun to watch, but you know, they have to get done. You know, it's a rocky situation.
Sometimes it's a rocky start to streaming. You know?
Oh, I don't care.
I
don't care about that, but yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, Chris. I don't know about that one. I feel like mine was a little bit more,
I think you're
on brand.
It was probably better. I'll agree.
Yeah.
Alright, experimental metal. Craft the one thing and go to crafting.
This meant I feel bad because I'm playing with rocks so much. But it's like, I just feel like it's going to make such a big statement when I actually put them there. When they're all done, they're going to look great. It's just, when are we going to be done is the question. That's the question. Is when are we going to be done? Is the question. Obviously, this goes here. Let's see. Okay. Alright, let's smooth this out because this is wrong. action. Let's do that pinpoint here. Smooth it out. And flatten the area because I want it to be a seamless line. Do the strength down a bit. Oh, drink. Almaretto, come to me. Let's see.
All right. Let's try this once more.
So now I'm kind of giving like an organic kind of space around here just to make it feel more like the grass has been lived in. So it's irregular and it's not perfect. And then I will smooth out to make it not have any of these little bumps. But I want there to be an actual irregularity so that it feels organic.
Excellent. That quest is in. Select some loot. Excellent.
I kind of like hit it a little bit and then just get the edges here so that it doesn't ever show a print sort. But it gives a little bit of that irregularity, and then when the grass comes in, it won't just be sitting on like flat surface.
Okay, so we have that quest,
Which I think makes it look really pretty.
I'm going to.
But I do want some flat spots. Okay, let's grab some more rocks and finish this area here, and then this area, and then I think, I don't know if I'm going to start with like maybe this area here, but I don't know what I want to do right here for now. I want to think about camps that I can place here for actual combat. Maybe different leveled camps so that people can go and say, you know, back of town camp like 3, and that you know which one that is. So I want there to still be this mentality back in EQ. It's like, oh hey, I'm at Orc Camp 2. You know which one that is. People understand where you're at when you're in that zone, and that's a good location to make sure to make a game feel more like lived in. I feel like that's the one thing that's nice about MMOs I think people like, is that it's not automatically generated. It does have a memory trail so that when you go back to that place, you actually have times, like whether it be like fun times with your friends, you decided to all like drink, and it was like, I don't know, New Year's Eve, and you all started to try to like make twinks, you know, I guess like alts they call them now. Back day it was called twinks, but no, that's another meaning, new meaning. That's not what we grew up knowing what that meant. For us, it was just like an alt that you decided to make. But I want to make sure the world feels or memorable when you're like actually grouping and killing monsters. Let's see. I'm gonna put, but right now it's starting to feel at least nice. I feel like it's feeling good. I have to add grass and all that fun stuff, but it's coming along. It's coming along. Let's see. We'll go here. Middle. Flatten this just a smidge. Hey, Eris. Hey, bird.
Look at that. Looking good.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I love that. That is so cool.
We're
Look
already
at you.
doing a hat for a troll.
Yeah. I love that. That is awesome.
Alright, let me look at my list.
That is super cool. All right, let's see. I think I want to put.
I need to like take a look at this.
This smaller. What?
The nameplate bug I really want to fix.
Oh, okay. Go for it. Just let me know when I have to check in. I'm hoping to finish these little areas here. It is so cold and windy today. My hands are like frozen. I'm trying to warm them up. My hands are cold. So cold. It's freezing. My hands are frozen. Ooh, I want some of those. Some cream cheese and yes. Hold on, I'm gonna take a break for a second. BRB.
Okay, so I currently have a bug, which I believe is a replication bug with max health. So these guys here should definitely not be that. They should be higher. All these should be much higher in health. So I think this is a Maybe a few. Can you put some meats on a plate too? You could technically slice up the cheddar too. You could do meats and slice up the cheddar. The sliced meats. Alright. Remote. I do. I want it all. So for some reason, I feel like this is not triggering. So I'm going to let everything spawn, get the initial updates in. That's net relevancy going off. So did these ones work? So this one worked here. 100. And then level 2's over here. Or 115. Which is correct. And these ones that were in range at the time of spawning were also correct. Okay, so I think I know what it is. Right. Thank you.
Alrighty, boo. I am back. I got some Asian pears. I got some mandarins. Some gluten-free everything pretzel bagels chips because I have celiac disease. And gluten hates me. So, oh, and wine. Yep. Glass of wine. I'm ready. Alright. Okay. I think I'm gonna put this one. This one here. Like this corner. I'll put it back here. And then I'm gonna shape that corner to this rock O. I kind of want it's funny that you're chewing, I think, can hear in my mic. Isn't that hilarious? Unless your mic is going. Like,
Well,
that's what I think. Like, my mic is on some kind of journey today. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my mic today, but it's picking up everything. Everything known to man, it's got it. It's having a good day. I don't know why either, because honestly, it doesn't make much sense to me. Because I did not change anything at all. It just new day. Apparently that's enough. I kind of like this piece, but I don't love this one. So maybe if I actually add a little, say little as it comes out massive, a rock over here, which I think could be nice for height. And then I'll put some stuff down here to make it more fluid. Then make a corner. And then I do actually like that these pop up a little bit, so it does feel like more bunched. Let's do this one here as well. Yeah, that looks okay. I don't hate that. Alright. What is some of the other things I want to put in here? You know, I actually, we recently moved to North Bay area, and I have to admit, like, I was really surprised this holiday, like, mandarins are, like, super in, in season, I guess. I didn't know that. Like, there's some fruits that are like in season here, but there I never really saw in Southern California and SoCal. And I kind of like wonder because why is that? Why is it that it's I have to look that up. I didn't think they were in season right now. I thought that was more of like a summer, like fall, like early fall. But I don't know. I'm wondering. Like, I thought, and I know Lunar New Year is coming up, which is nice, but it's not yet. I mean, usually isn't that like next month? I know it's the first of the year for us, but I think, don't they celebrate it in February? I can't remember off the top of my head right now. Because a lot goes on in January. I'm just going to look myself real quick. Let me check. When is Lunar New Year? Okay, it's the last. That's okay. So every time I think about February, it's because I feel like it's almost February. It's because it's the 29th of January. It's like the last. Yeah, I always feel like it because it's pretty much the last day of the year. I know it's later than the first of the January, which is why I'm like, I know, like, I always buy things for Lunar New Year early, but it's usually not like till the third week of January that I'm seeing things, or maybe like February 1st or something. But now I get why it's at the very end of the year. I wonder if, yeah, and then of course in last year Lunar New Year was February 10th. So in 2025, see what it says? Look, in 2024, it was February 10th. Lunar New Year. But this year, it's early. This year, it's January 29th. Yeah. I knew it was a February. Like, I swear, I was like, I thought we celebrated that February last year. I did not know it changed. So that's really good to know now. Mandarin oranges. In season. Okay, so Mandarin, I did not know. Mandarin oranges are in season from November through April every year.
Wow.
I knew it was like fall, like that early fall, but apparently it's till April in North Bay. Huh. That's actually kind of cool.
The things you find out.
Yeah, and that's only in North Bay. I'm gonna try. What is it in SoCal? Yeah, October through May. They ripen depending on your atmosphere. And it's very specific ones too. So clementines, which is what we have right now, they're December through January in North Bay. That's what we have.
Interesting.
Yeah. But they normally are February through April in SoCal. Huh. Interesting. Mother Nature's cool. Okay. yeah, if you haven't noticed, I love plants, and I love the knowledge in general plants give me. So I like to learn about that stuff. It's fun. I'm a big horticulture fan. Mother Nature is one cool ass Yaj. Okay, I'm gonna move this way. I think this will work in this location better. I feel like it's so symmetrical. Alright. I can't wait till we actually start putting in the necromancer. I'm really looking forward to the necromancer.
Yeah, the necro is gonna be cool.
I really enjoyed playing that sometimes, especially as a solo person. Oh, that was a great alt to have, your necromancer. My necromancer, I decided to name her Blueberry and make her a dark elf. That's what I named her in EQ.
They were one of the funnest characters to really deck out.
Solo? Yeah, and
to
yeah, exactly. To like, yeah, I know. See, I keep saying twink out. That's not what the word means anymore.
You'd get like ridiculous health, and they would just always be in there. Witch forms at low levels.
And... I know. I'm sorry.
You could just stick a funky tunic on them too.
Yeah.
And then they'd just be sitting there.
You could.
Witch form on.
Well, don't you know you just switch it out? You would just switch it out.
What do you mean?
The funky tunic and your regular robe. You just switch it out. You do high int robe.
Yeah.
And then you would do like for
when you want to rest up, yeah. Or if you're low health.
Yeah, it was like a 9-int robe, a 9-int robe. And you would just you would straight up just use that, and then you'd bring your funky tunic with you and heal up so you could just siphon your own life. But it's kind of funny because like that wasn't always you know, like not everybody did that.
Yeah.
Not everybody used that kind of mentality. Which was kind of funny. It's like you always knew when you had a person that was like super high level and just twink the crap out of their necro.
Heck yeah.
Like, oh, because what they would do is they wouldn't leave it on, right? They would hide it so that you wouldn't see that they had a funky tunic in their own possession,
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what my
Why
friends
is
would
the
do.
caster tanking better than the warrior?
Yep, pretty much. Yeah, I saw it all the time. It was like a classic move to do. Especially because they would go hunting for specific gear. And they'd be like, oh, I need that. Someone's like, well, this is my main. And they're like, oh yeah, me too. So your main has a funky tunic? Okay.
Yep.
And they'd always wear like that 9-inch stone on their left hand. You know, it glowed like red.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I do that.
Mhm.
I do remember that.
Yep. Like, you know, in the very start. Obviously, eventually, that became an easier item to get, but it actually stayed pretty hard to get for a long time. I think it took till like, I don't know, Bazaar was there back in EQ for those items for your alt to have at like max. This is feeling cool though. I have to still do the castle, obviously, but it's feeling fun. I'm liking it so far. It's gotta finish this little area right here. I think I might stop there and then see what I want to put in this domain because I want to have some camps up in here. And if I need to add some terrain, I can add some panels over here. But yeah, we'll see what it is. But yeah, I think it's feeling pretty cool. Let me see real quick.
Okay.
And I want to put some of the houses I built over here. I built this from like modular, and I obviously made them like level instances so that they're just like you're able to click them together better. But this is feeling really fun. It's got like my spell effects going. Now, obviously, real time is. Oh, there we go. Oh, sorry. Let me slow this down. This is going. I have like. I'm kind of making this like the mage area, where you actually go and. What is it? The Castle of Knowledge for at least this one, this specific one, and then it's got like a couple levels in it. I think 3 or 4. So this is one level here, and then I have another level down here. Obviously, this is currently still open. I have to put NPCs in here still, and I have to still clutter, as I like to call it, good clutter. To good clutter it. But I think I try to do my upbringing justice because my dad was a architect and I was been raised around architecture most of my life, so I try to bring some of that to games every time I build worlds. But still coming together, and then I'm going to be fixing all this grass here. I wanted to have actual simulation going in the process, so we have a cool tool that we're going to be using that is going to make the water and everything, you know, splash. When you run through the grass, it's going to feel like alive. But yeah, we have all of this working plus tons of classes right now. And for any other people out there, there is we've been working on designer tools for over 5 years. That's why we actually already have our combat systems going and things can work. Now, obviously, this is just in tool. We just have to package it, which is like in here. And in this one right here, the game, we're going to go and select classes, and this is just my editing. I'm in the editor now, and I think we're going to be doing a packaged one soon here. And you basically get to pick, you know, different classes, and these will actually have spells, but because it's in the editor, none of this is in here. But we are working on the motion to all this stuff. Like, I think he has it working over on his side, but it's not working on mine. So all of this will move when you walk through it. And it's a really cool developer that makes this. It's actually, he's really awesome. So another Unreal Engine developer. And so we're gonna, all the smoke will move, like all that kind of fun stuff. So I want to still have a stylized approach in the game, but things are gonna be moving around. Oh, I don't know how to get rid of that. Is that on your stream? Yeah, it's on your channel, Chris.
Alright, I'll figure it out.
Maybe one of our modders can deal with that. Anyways, that's what we have so far. Where am I going? Over here.
Oh shit! And now I'm gonna do that.
What'd you do?
Not what I wanted.
What did you seriously just make that person a moderator? Really? You're a goof.
Yep.
Goof. Sorry if my pretzels are loud. My mic is being extra fun today. It's picking up everything. Yeah. Put some camps through here. Yeah, I think this is feeling at least good. And like I said, I'm probably gonna add a couple panels in here, but let's see. Let me just save real quick before doing so. Let's go landscape. I think I can go out here, it seems. Yeah, it can. I thought it could. I was like, what the heck?
It almost feels like because we are in a group chat, we don't have
Privileges?
it's like hiding the.
Well, maybe Eris can help. Lady Eris or Graham, if he's there.
Here we go. I think. This is the most wildest thing. Why can't I delete this message? I banned him. Found out how to ban him. I just deleted it. It's so silly. Why does it do that?
I would go to Aries thing. You know? Okay. Yeah. Let me see if I can do it here.
I went back to my stream and it's not showing, but
I deleted it.
okay.
You have to go onto your Twitch monitor. You can't do it on the OBS.
Yeah, but
The shared thing. You can't do that. What? What'd you say?
Whenever I try and do anything at all, I can't click the message to do anything with it. It's just so strange.
Alright, let me put some brush sizes here. Mount. It's just noise. I guess I could do sculpt, but
Dom, you nameplate bug.
yeah. Let's see. I am currently making some mountains up in here. I'm kind of making this town. I have to finish this little castle that's gonna be right here. I am. It's feeling good so far. Let's see what it looks like from here. Can I see the mountains from here? Let's see. Nope. I want to make a couple a little higher. I always like try to make sure when I'm building a world of some sort that that I actually think about points where you can see it, and those are some things I really try to focus on as actual moments. Let's see. Let's try to put some here, back here some. And then I will be distributing those. Let's see. Start blending these in a second here. And what you can do is actually create like noise and stuff to make it more not straight. Okay. You want some ridges, and then I go and take the smooth tool just to give like a nice prettiness to it. But I try to make sure that at least you're getting like a nice view from certain spots. And then some of the other ones is changing the size. It's got a nice little version here. I want like pointed peaks of some sort. But it's always so funny when you see it like at the stage because it is kind of silly. And let me just drop some of these like by taking shift and just like dropping down some of these areas. But it is hilarious sometimes seeing these things. It looks so weird. But that's terrain in games. It starts out looking like this, people. It's so pretty. It's wrinkly face. I do have the strength of the tool down a bit, so it's not too insane. Otherwise, this thing, if this was like strength was really high, like it would almost like disappear. Watch. It's like no rigidities to it. It would just be like really smooth. And I'm not sure if I want that completely. I'd have to like push it up. It would just like flatten everything. I'm not sure if I really want that. Put it like down here. Let's see. I'm gonna try this all de-wrinkled. But yeah, I think that's gonna be a pretty cool MMO. I'm excited for it. We've been like building our tools for 5 years, so that's actually how we can even do this if you're curious. It's actually even like how we are able to do this at all. Because we've spent so many years building those tools that's how it's even like possible. I'm gonna put a little bit of extrudes on here. See if I get some texture that I want. Yeah, I'm liking that. This one's still a little bit wrinkly. Let's see. Yeah, this is looking cool. And then I'm gonna probably like flatten this just a smidge. Does anybody have any like favorite classes from like either original WoW, EverQuest, Age of Conan, Lord of the Rings? Like anybody have their favorite classes? Mine would have to be Enchanter. I really love the Enchanter. I really loved from EQ. It's called the Enchanter, and I also really loved at least for like that was my favorite. Like clerics were really fun to raid with, but I really loved enchanters and like in group formats, and just raiding. It was pretty crazy. It wasn't too much fun, I think, raiding wise. I'd have to say it wasn't the greatest raiding, just because like everybody always sat there and just said clarity, clarity, clarity. So that wasn't really fun. And haste, haste, haste. But I did love playing a necromancer in like solo groups or whatever. Like if you would go off and play like your alts or that you would just deck out or something. I really enjoyed playing a necromancer. It was so fun. You just felt so incredibly powerful all by yourself, which was nuts. But I really loved playing a cleric and an enchanter in groups because it felt like really fun to be able to show kind of your own personal talent or skills, if you may. So it made it really fun to play. And WoW, I don't know what my favorite class was in WoW. I liked a little bit of a lot of different classes. Like, but like one single class I probably didn't like absolutely love, like by itself. Like there was something about that class I'm like, ugh, I wish like it had this or this to it. That would be cool. Like I really did like the paladin when they became holy, like for horde, because I was like horde at some point, but I wasn't like a huge fan of when I had to be horde when there was only shamans. I hated playing shamans. I was not a shaman fan, so priest was kind of like my only option. And I did love mages. I do have to admit those were really fun, but I never played one at the start. But I did like later because I think at this point there's been so many expansions. I think we've all played like a little bit of everything now, and that's probably the main thing. I have to say, I think I'm gonna make this peak just a little bigger. I also try to make sure that they don't like create some weird pattern or something that's like, oh, oops. I did not make that on purpose. With these tools, it can be a little bit like that. Okay, so this one needs a little more flat. I like how this is looking. It actually kind of gives me a vibes a little bit of like the Barrens. No offense. It like this section right here makes me feel it. This one not as much, but like that little section there actually kind of makes me feel a little bit like that. Maybe Barrens, gosh, how many hours did all of us spend in the Barrens? Dear God, that's a lot of alts. I have to admit, like lots of Baron time. Let's see. This a little smaller. Oops. I'm hoping that in a couple weeks, obviously we've been showing some of our actual classes already implemented in here, but I'm hoping that we can show. We're trying to go through like a little more polish with some things. Whoops. Trying to go through just a little more polish with some things. Such as like our grass I was mentioning, and making sure that some things feel really nice. Like, doesn't this feel like a little bit like Barrens, Chris? Like this section right here?
Absolutely.
Right? Like, I totally feel that. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I'm trying to flatten some more of these and just get an idea of what I wanna feel. I kind of want these a little bit mountainy. I don't want to flatten them too much, just because I don't want it to feel like it's in a desert, like in Barrens. But we'll see. We will see.
Nameplate bug at the moment.
I'm extruding a little bit here. Let's flatten just a... I recently went to Lake Tahoe area, and oh my God, the mountains there are freaking gorgeous. Like, holy crap. It's like, okay, I would like to be Totoro in these mountains, please.
No kidding.
I like to live on that tree over there. I will be Totoro today. Totoro for me. I love Totoro. He's so cute. I have to say probably like my favorite Studio Ghibli film would have to be like between Spirited Away and Totoro, for sure.
Yeah.
Neighborhood of Totoro, because I can't pick between like I still love like all the other ones. Like I love Kiki's Delivery Service just because it's so cute. Like she has her own little like, I love that little bakery shop. Dude, it's like iconic.
For me, it's like they both have such a well done world. But,
Yeah.
I love Totoro, but I just hate that the last half of the movie is spent looking for me. I get it's like sister love, you know. But,
Oh yeah.
you know, it's more of like wanting more of the Totoro world, and interacting with the Totoro world.
Right.
More cat bus, these things.
Yeah.
And
I mean, like I understand that. Like I get that.
and I feel like I enjoy the Spirited Away movie as a whole more.
I mean, like
Still have to watch Boy in the Air, and we haven't done that one yet.
yeah, I know. I'm looking forward to. What was it? I feel like the only thing I really like, the one thing I loved about Neighborhood Toto is like, just I felt like I love how he pictured being a child, right? Like he kind of really puts you into being a kid, and like how like May would just like bite that cucumber and the snap and crunch that she would have. It was just like so cute. Like she was like, "Hey, I just picked this and I'm gonna eat it in a nice summer day by the creek, and just watched it by the creek." And it was just like so cute. Like I felt like that would be something you would dream up as a child, you know? I don't know, that's just me.
Oh yeah,
I know Eris was saying the same thing.
Just
like
they're playing in the fields, and just being excited to move in somewhere new.
Yeah.
Everything.
Exactly. I'm gonna lower this a little bit. No, I need to make the brush smaller. Do you have your volume up?
My volume up?
Oh, maybe they just weren't close to your mic. That sounds about right. That's about you.
Yep.
You do that all the time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry. Someone's gotta put some trees on that stuff. Mm. Let's see. I remember back in EverQuest days when you could actually climb these friggin' things.
Yeah.
You could like climb up the most steepest of mountains, pretty much.
Hug the wall.
Yeah, just go up the wall,
die.
people. It's fine. No bug here. Super normal. know, and like, wow, it was like that in like some zones, you know?
Yep.
Actually, like even in Barrens, it was like you could like go up that entire huge freaking mountain. There was like a thing up there, remember?
Yep.
Quest turn in or something. Mm. Mm-hmm. No, I don't like that. I'm gonna go back maybe around here. Yeah, I like that level. Okay. Let me just lower this strength here. Just want it a little bit. I don't want crunch too much of it. Yeah, I like that. That looks good from that angle. Yeah, these clementines are so good.
Yeah.
Here, try. Mm-hmm.
Yum.
I know.
Very yum.
Very good.
I have to ask, are you muted on your stream?
I don't think so.
You should check.
No.
Good job. You
Yep.
did a good job this time.
I remembered.
Uh-huh. Because you went a whole hour without knowing that you were
Yep.
muted.
Yep.
So. GG. Like my mountains back here?
They look at mountainy.
No. Really? Oh my gosh. I thought they looked like flat farming grounds. My bad. Look mountainy. Uh-huh. That would be right.
I am trying to think of how to fix this bug.
What?
I'm still trying to figure out this bug.
It's so crazy. I'm having the hardest time hearing you. It's crazy.
How about now?
Like, yes.
I'll talk directly into the microphone.
Oh my god. If you could just like hear my end, I swear, like it's so hard to hear. And
One of these
I
days
think
we'll
it's also
figure out-
like these.
Figure out the microphone stuff. Get the settings
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna take like one headset out, just maybe then I'll be able to hear you better. But I can feel like if I have like one of my headsets in, like both of them in, it's like done.
Those little cheap little headphone things we do have to replace at some point.
Oh, they're just so light.
I know.
I hate all those bulky ones. I have those and I hate them. They're so heavy. Like, I hate them so much. I'm just not a huge headset fan. That's my problem, I know, but that's why I don't really like them that much. It's like... Oh, Sugar, he's so cute. My dog is like barking in his sleep, and it's so cute. Our dog's so cute. Dogs and cats are freaking adorable. Come on, extrude for me. Need to up my pressure. Pressure's like, no, I don't want to. So what are you doing right now, Chris?
I'm trying to get this dang health nameplate bug down.
Oh.
It's because I'm implementing health curves for AI,
Oh, okay.
and it's a little easier to manage files. And I think every time you play an MMO, you're like fighting this one monster, and then you fight a high-level version of that monster later on. And so it's trying to kind of implement that type of system, because the alternative is you have a different level or a different kind of Unreal Engine asset or blueprint for all these, the same monster but different level, and that's kind of bad for memory down the road.
Yep.
And I'm just trying to make it a bit more dynamic.
No, I get that.
But for some reason, the nameplates don't want to do what they're supposed to be doing. And the health actually updates properly, but for some reason the nameplate is not getting the correct health.
Oh.
And it's a net relevancy issue, which means the first ones that spawn near you work fine. But net relevancy is things that are far away from you don't get replicated to you.
Right.
And once you get close enough, they'll start replicating to you at that point.
Yeah.
And those ones are not being set properly.
Fun.
They're not receiving the update. The
Fun.
health.
Sounds perfect. These are looking good. I'm gonna do one thing here. Let's do like go.
The world's going on now.
Sculpt a little more here. And then smooth out the was she doing?
Had her set up in our bedroom, on our bed. Got her with a little bed table and everything. And then had Jaden
Miss J.
sit with her there.
Yeah.
And then made her a sandwich and got her milk.
Mm. Mm. Actually, I kind of don't want to slip through here. Curve this out. How's she doing? Oh. She just kicked Jade out. Mm-mm. Oh, do this. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. That kid. She is so extra, dude. Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. Okay, I am gonna end the stream early just because my one-on kiddo that is super special needs is really wanting some attention. So I'm gonna go sit with her for a few minutes on the couch, and I will probably be back sooner than later. Oh, hold on. Just realized that there's an ad playing. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Okay, I am going to end this one early. I'm going to start this one tomorrow a lot earlier just because I have a kiddo that is really wanting some attention. So, thanks for watching and continue to watch soon.